Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am here with another plan with me, and I got stories this time. I said it in my Facebook group, I've got stories. So, what are we planning for, and what are we planning with? You're like, this doesn't look normal. Yeah, because it kind of isn't normal, but we'll get into that. Let's see. Currently, this is where we're at. Oh yeah, we're all the way still back here. Let's flip it. Okay. So I'm currently filming right here. So I've got a few days I've got to catch up on, and that is because we took a trip to sign on our house. Yay! 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 So I do have a few things I have to update and things like that, but we're all good. And as always, because I don't know who's here, who's new here and who isn't. And this might be your first video, so we like to show you the things. And then this is going to be moving week. So we've got all of this, which I'm sure we're going to end up eating like lots of Mexican food because it's quick, easy, and yummy. And then we have Teacher Appreciation Week. And so I figure because I'm going to be super busy, let's say super busy this week and super busy this week, I figured why not go ahead and plan this that shows you the TPC freebies that's going to be happening on this week, because TPC sale starts that day. And yeah, it starts that day, which means this video that we're just about to film is going to go up this day. All right, so let's get into it. So it's just something a little bit different this time. Something I don't think I've ever really done this. Maybe early on, maybe I never have. Maybe I've only done a Black Friday. It's not a norm that I usually do. So everybody loved the little freebies from last month, the colored freebies. That is a lot of work to do each of them, and then also print them and cut them and stuff like that. And I needed something a little bit more streamlined for myself, knowing that I'm going to be moving. So one thing was people wanted some bucket list scripts. So we went ahead and got some bucket list scripts here. So that's going to be everybody's all order freebie, which I think they're super cute. So like these are all things that I would do whether I had a kid or not. Okay. And then I took, if you have bought the Over the Rainbow kit, it's this format. It's a 5-page kit. And it is not a format we sell in the shop. It's like one of those formats that I'll do for like very special things or things that don't have like full boxes, but like has something that could be really pretty washi, things like that. But this is very similar to the 5-page kit. And the only thing I chose not to include was like deco, the weekend banners, things like that. I was like, we're gonna lay the base. So it's tiered freebies. So remember, all orders here, and then you have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. You spend $100, you're gonna get all 5 of these pages. Sound good? All right, cool. Well, let's get into it. Where to begin? Honestly, I just don't even know like where to begin in this whole. I guess to begin, you must start at the beginning. So I'll give a little bit of background on this, and hindsight, I will always remember, is 2020. Okay. So we will always remember that. Oh, son of a gun. Why did I do that? I put it on the wrong side. See, this is why I need a lot of sleep. So we're just gonna slowly peel it back. No mad rush. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. We found this house. It was super cute. My agent went and toured it for us. We were like, yeah, let's go ahead and put in an offer on it, and stuff. By the time we had toured the house had already been toured by like 5 or 6 other people, and nobody had submitted an offer. It's a very unique house. It's an older house, and it's, you know, the way she had it set up, because they hadn't vacated it. So the way that the owners had it set up was for a very unique style. Okay. Very unique style. So I thought it was a double. I don't know why I thought it was a double washi strip like I do in my, oh, I know why, because I was just looking at mystery kits. That's why I thought, okay. Anyways, we submitted an offer and they waited. They sat on it. And we were giving them full asking price. They sat on it. And finally we started moving on. Like, because we just couldn't wait. So we started moving on, and okay, real quick, I have all of these glitter headers. So I think I'm gonna go like by day, because we have all the colors here, and we're gonna just, we are totally color blocking. Okay, we're totally color blocking. So we, you know, started moving on, looking at other houses and stuff like that. And they finally came back, you know, that they were going to accept our offer. And we were like, okay. We started moving forward. We got the inspection and then negotiations for things found during the inspection. You know, all the fun things that go into a house, right? Well, halfway through, after they had accepted everything and we were out of our option period, we had done our side, they came back asking for more time because they had a bathroom that they were in the middle of building, and they wanted, part of the contract was that it had to be done by the time we closed. Well, they weren't going to be done by, you know, they were like, oh yeah, we'll be done. And then they realized we're not going to be done. So when my husband went out to do the, you know, to meet the inspector there so that he could also talk and get things shown to in person of things that were happening, that's when, you know, we realized they're not going to be able to be out by the time they say they're going to, but we don't think they are. And just to give you a little perspective onto our side, we have moved a lot. Okay, we have moved a lot. This will be our 15th move in 16 years. Military family. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Military family. So I'm going to make sure I'm right on the right dates. Okay, we'll be on the 16th. So we were like, okay, you know, negotiations. They came back to us saying, we can't close on the 29th. Can we move it to Monday the 2nd or Tuesday the 3rd? Something like that. And I was like, no, because that doesn't work for our schedule. We have things happening those days. We can't do that. They never bothered coming back with like Wednesday the 4th or anything like that. Like, we were leaving it in their court because they had already signed. This was 2 weeks after, you know, they had accepted our offer and everything. And we were like, you guys have got to, you know, and I asked our agent, can we just kind of wait a little bit and hold their feet to the fire? Because I feel like if we start giving them, you know, time and things like that, they're going to keep coming back asking for more this, more that, more this, you know? And I'm like, you're trying to sell your house type thing, right? So we were like, she's like, yeah, let's give it a couple of days, things like that. Well, they finally came back and we're like, fine, we'll be out on the 29th. Okay. One of the contingencies that was part of the contract was the bathroom had to be done before closing and the appraiser had to get out there and see it. The week of closing, we get pictures of a bathroom that is still not finished. The shower head was flat up against the wall and the grout had not been completed, and we couldn't even see the rest of the bathroom. So I was like, what are you hiding? What are you hiding? You know, and they weren't hiding anything. It was just the fact that it's a really small space, and so that's all they could really get. But it still was like, what are you hiding? So we submitted an amendment saying, okay, you guys are clearly not done. You guys keep asking for time. We're going to give it to you. So we're like, can we move the closing to May 12th? We're like middle of the month. It's going to be easier on us. And it's going to give you guys an extra 2 weeks to, you know, move out and get your stuff packed, because we know what it's like. They came back, nope, we're going to be back out of the 29th. It all of a sudden turned into like this whole huge contest of who could stand their ground more. And I'm like, dude, you're going to lose. You're going to lose at this match here, because you're going to be the one that's stressed out. I'm not going to be stressed out, but you'll be stressed out. Like, I don't know what you're thinking, man. I don't know what you're thinking. And you're like, no, we'll be moved out by the 29th. We then get information from closing, you know, where we're supposed to go for closing. We get information from them that the sellers are going to close on the 29th at 4:30 p.m. What? What do you mean you're going to close? You're going to sign on the, we're supposed to come out there. We're supposed to close on the 29th and close on that day. So everything all of a sudden came to a little bit of a standstill. Now, mind you, we have been ready for weeks. I mean, obviously there's things that, you know, the finance companies have to do, the closers have to do, all of that stuff. But we have been very, very golden in terms of getting stuff on to them on time, getting things ready to go. Like, the appraiser got out there really, really fast. Everybody was really, really impressed with how fast the appraiser got out there. And everything. So we're like, what's the holdup, guys? Like, what's doing this? And he's like, oh, well, she has to work. Oh, let me pause here for just a minute. This, about a couple of weeks in, when they asked us for more time, and we, you know, said, can we just kind of wait a little bit and hold their feet to the fire for a minute, see if they can do it. If by the 25th it's still not looking like, we'll have no problem doing an amendment, but, you know, let's hold their feet to the fire a little bit, right? The thing that blew us away is that these people never paid attention to the dates and wanted to use all the excuses in the world. My question for them was, why were you not looking at the schedule beforehand? The husband and wife, so the wife is a band director. Let me say that again. She is a band director. And it's the end of the school year. There's lots of competitions, there's events, there's all of these things going on, right? At the end. So one would logically conclude that we're going to need to make sure that we have enough time. This is going by really, really fast. You know, I need to ensure that we're ready to go and stuff. So remember how I told you my husband went out there for the inspection? Well, when he went out there for the inspection, they hadn't even started packing. And by that point, we were already 4 days into the contract. They knew that they were moving. They knew that they were moving. So, but they hadn't started packing at all. At all. So we were like, yeah, they're not going to be moved out on time. And they have a lot of stuff. They have a lot of books. And books, unfortunately, are not something that you can pack heavily into a box. Books weigh a lot and are hard to pack because they require so many boxes. Anyways, I digress. All right. So we are like, okay, why did you guys not, like, we were just questioning with our agent, like, why did they not look at the calendar and know this stuff? Like, you have work schedules and events and things that you have to do. It's the end of the school year. You know, why are you guys not looking at these things? That's not our responsibility to modify our schedules to adhere to yours. That was your responsibility when you put your house up for sale. So you entered into this contract. We're going to hold your feet to the fire, right? So when we got the pictures back of the bathroom not being completely done, we submitted the amendment and they were like, no, we told them we're going to be out by the 29th. We're going to be out by the 29th. But they scheduled it for the 4:30 on the 29th because they knew they were not going to be out on the 29th, and they knew we would not fund until Monday, and they could still have the weekend to pack. And I was like, oh, no, 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 no. So we worked with our agent. Our agent she is the sweetest lady in the world, but she is mighty and she is powerful, okay? Mighty and powerful. She worked with them, and they were like, they went in and closed early, or signed their closing documents early, okay? So, I'm really loving this color block thing. Have you noticed that that's kind of been like my jam of doing lately? Yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. So we get them to move things around and sign at 4:30 on Thursday, okay? So that we can drive out there, because we have to drive out there, and stuff. And it's not just like a 30-minute drive. For us, we had to plan and pack things up. We had to bring animals with us because we would not be coming back that day. So they were all these things that we were planning, and we wanted to get a jump start, because the way that we leave things, so because we've moved so often, even if it isn't perfect, and even if a moving or a cleaning company is going to come in behind me, I am going to clean the place. That is my responsibility. We cleaned the place when we sold our house, you know, and they can go in and clean the place up themselves, right? So we did all of that, and they left the house trashed and dirty, and we have now had to hire a company to go in. So back up just a little bit. You're like, oh my gosh, Amanda. I mean, guys, this is not my first dog and pony show. This is not my first people I've been dealing with. This is what it is, and they are not getting any tears of mine. Nope. We are just, it is what it is. We're going to fix it, and we're going to move forward. We're going to fix it from our side, and we're going to move forward. So, about 30 minutes out from the city, because we're going to go do a final walkthrough, right? Before we go to closing. We're going to go do a final walkthrough. Ensure that the things that they said are staying. Ensure that there's not any new surprises that were not divulged to us. You know, all of the responsible things that you're supposed to do when you buy a house and you go to closing, right? Our agent calls us about 30 minutes out. She goes, how you doing? Hope you guys are being safe. And I can tell by the tone in her voice, she has not so great a news to tell us. And I know what the news is. She goes, so the sellers are still at the house. They have not moved out. We're like, what? She's like, they're in the process. They're packing, but they have a lot of stuff, and they're not going to be moved out by the time you guys close. Okay, what do we do about that one? So we go and we tour the house, and we meet with her, and they're leaving the stuff that they're supposed to leave, and everything. And we're like, okay, let's see what's going to be happening here, right? So I have no idea what I'm going to use the sidebar for this week. I honestly really just don't even know what I'm going to be doing this week, because a lot of it rides on whether or not I have internet. No, by this week I should have internet access. I'm thinking of the following week. Never mind. I know exactly what I'm going to be doing this week. All right, let's fill it up with functionals. Okay, can I fit both of these in here? Please tell me, because otherwise I'm going to be a little mad that I didn't plan this. Here I am talking about planning, and then I'm not planning things, right? Would be the worst. Oh yeah, we can, you know what? We're going to do these guys down here, because that's going to be easier to fit in this. There we go. Perfect. We got it. So we head to the house to look at, to look at everything, and they're there, and the husband of the house just starts eyeballing me as I walk in, mean mugging me all this stuff, and I'm just like, dude, you want to fight? Like, someone with the wrong person here, because I am not happy with you guys. We gave you an opportunity and you turned it down. Like, this is not some kind of a contest here. You know, we hold people's feet to the fire because that's what we do. We're not, like I said, this is not our first dog and pony show. So what we did find out is that the house was not going to be cleaned. So every time we have moved out, we always leave the house clean as best to our abilities as possible. And to us, that just seems like the logical and right thing to do. They're not going to fix it. But we pulled up and they tore down part of the fence to get stuff out of their yard and have failed to put it back up. So I'm sure there's going to be, I mean, it's an easy fix for us, but it's still the holding things up. So I think we'll be having some conversations with a real estate agent to ensure that their clients finish doing what they're supposed to be doing. But it was, I mean, our plan was to go tour the house because it was supposed to be empty. Get an assessment for what cleaning supplies we needed to go buy. Get some air mattresses, some cleaning supplies, come back, clean, head back home. Instead, what had happened was we got an assessment because we're going to try and clean some of this. We cannot clean all of this. We now have to hire a cleaning service to come in and do this for us. And we need to figure out all that jazz. And stuff. And I mean, we went to closing was perfect on our side and stuff like that. And then, you know, she was like, can you, our real estate agent was like, can you stay away? It's really stressful for them. And I'm over here like, I don't care. I'm not a horrible person, you guys. But when you say you're going to do something, I'm going to hold your feet to the fire. Like, I get how stressful moving is. I've done it. I've done it with babies on my back. And here's the part. They have 3 boys followed by a little girl. Their kids were nowhere to be found. I'm sorry, but I've got 3 boys and a little girl, and they are all packing boxes and moving things. That is not an excuse to me. You get those kids and you get them going, and you get that stuff done. That's the end of it. That's also the military in me. So, anyways, we went and signed, got it done, all this jazz. And since I'm ending this right here with a sidebar, this story is to be continued. So let's take a look at this. Isn't that just funny? I get to do a to be continued to get you guys to come watch my next video. You want to see how the story ends? Want to see how the story ends? You gotta come back. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is fantastic. The sidebar is a little bit wonky. Maybe not. I think it's just that box. I don't know. It's a little bit wonky. I'm going to go with it because it's a topsy-turvy fair. I don't really care. Sidebar looks gorgeous. I am loving the color blocking and loving all of the bright, colorful kits because, you know, me and color, me and color, we love each other. Okay, so this you can only get during the TPC sale, which will be the 12th through the 16th. So it's tiered freebies. Now, mind you, that is based upon your order. So you cannot like place multiple orders and tier them. It's based upon your one order. So if you spend $100 or more, you're going to get all of this. And then, like I said, everybody gets this. I don't know if we're going to go do any of this stuff there. I do know, well, there'll probably be scavenger hunts to find things, build a fort probably, things like that. You know, we got some things to do, but I'm super excited for this, and this looks amazing, and I hope you guys enjoy the TPC sale. A lot of things. When does this video go up? This video is going to go up on the 9th. Yeah. So all of our new releases are not going to be uploaded until Wednesday. And that's just because of the whole move situation. But we got a lot of them, and you're going to enjoy them because summertime, we love summer. So, all right. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. You hit the notification bell. Leave me a comment down below. Make sure you come to my next video because we'll continue the story. And yeah. And as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay safe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye now.